Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is The Campus. You're watching the favorite show around Uganda and East Africa, across worldwide even. We are UTS Media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And my name is Star Habibs, the Emperor of Showbiz on the entire universe. Today on The Campus, we are talking about what's trending around campus in Uganda. And guess what? In Mbarara, that's western part of Uganda, we had good elections. And what happened over there, one of the good aspirants was arrested by the police. I'll be giving the details when I come back about that. There was innovation and creative awards among universities, and over 60 universities participated, and IUEA managed to be the winner of those awards. And of course, I'll be giving all the details about that without any hesitation. And even by the way, today, don't even miss, because we are going the candidates in the race. So feel free to hook up with us on any social media handle of yourself, and please like, share, comment. You can even tag me Star Habibs, because we need to keep this conversation lit and clean. You know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, allow me to say shout out to my producer today, Oprah. I see you over there, and I see everyone who is tweeting. I'll be reading your tweets as we proceed with the show. So without wasting more of your time, allow me have a short breather, just a short breather. And when I come back, we shall be talking what's up around this campus. And don't even blink, we are coming soon. Okay, welcome from that short breather, and as I told you, we are going to be discussing and letting you know what are happening around the different campuses in Uganda. First and foremost, in Mbarara, that's western Uganda, there is a university called BSU, Bishop Stewart University. It is located in a place called Kakoba Division, and they had their elections, good elections. This is what happened. One of the guild candidate aspirant was in the race by the name of Twizuche Koreb, was arrested by the police, and the police is saying he was disturbing the election process. But him as a person, he says he was trying to scuff those ballot papers that had been already ticked by his counterpart. And remember, this Koreb, he was in the race as a flag bearer of FDC. So on the FDC Twitter handle, they tweeted that they arrested their candidate because they feared he was going to win the race. But me and my team, while consulting what was on the ground, some of our Snoop news anchors told us, you know what, at BSU, they are non-partisan. So this guy from FDC was the one disturbing the process of election. So we are still wondering what will happen about that. But talking of that, Mr. Koreb was arrested by the police of Mbarara, and instead of being put into custody of the university police station, he was taken to CPS Mbarara. So we are wondering, should national political parties interfere with how students run their politics at campus or not? Feel free to hook up with on UTS Media Twitter handle, Facebook or Instagram, and you can even tag me and we keep the conversation live. Talking of that, I would like to give you the details about that same elections at BSU. And these are statistics as by the who won the race. There was Behangana. Yes, Behangana Emmanuel. He is the one that won the race with 722 votes. That's 722. Followed by Mugabe Alex with 650 votes. That's 650 votes. And then lastly, Twizuche Koreb with 305. If you're a student from BSU, feel free to hook up us on any social media handle of yourself, and please comment, share, and tell us what was on the ground. And if you are any person, a teacher or a lecturer or a student or even a parent, you can even talk to us is it good for national political parties to interfere with campus elections? Like find a person, maybe is coming from no stand or as a good president, maybe someone standing as a flag bearer of NRM. Out of that, we had IUEA, that's International University of East Africa, winning the what we call World Science Awards in Uganda. And that function was held at Koro Airstrip, and the guest of honor was His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. That's the president of Uganda. And the theme was how best can they improve on innovation in the country. And then IUEA managed to bring an innovative called e-bikes, or what we call e-motorcycle. That's a motorcycle that uses electricity instead of fuel. And that innovative achievement led the university, among others of course, to win this competition. And then while we interviewed some of the people at the ground, they say the university is doing its best to be the leading institution in Uganda. So in your take, do you think IUEA, or International University of East Africa, can be the leading institution in Uganda as far as research and innovation is concerned? We even managed to talk to their director, the director of university, Mr. Hassan Alawi, and he says they are putting in more efforts to help the public and help the community against pollution, because fuel, when you use a lot of fuel, it has that gas that it produces, carbon dioxide, and it's unhealthy to human health. So they were talking about conservation of the climate, and that's why they are saying they came up with such an innovation. Of course, among other institutions that were in the competition was Makerere University, and it premiered its car, Chia Motors. Among other universities, KIU, MOOBS, and many other institutions were also at the competition. But the winner was IUEA. And then apart from that, I would like also to let you know what's trending around universities. There was a ban of bags, but that in just a short bit, we're coming soon to talk about that.
Youth Media, the new era.
Youth Media, the new era. Youth Media, the new era.
Youth Media, the new era. Youth Media, the new era.
Okay, we'll be back from that short breather, and as I told you before we went into that break, I was telling you about the bags. Recently, previous week, the police or the security operatives ordered to ban bags from entering the universities. So we would like to discuss about this. Banning the students from entering the campus premises with their bags. That's bags. How is it going to affect students? And by the way, why the bags were banned? It's because of security threat that is happening around the country. We're having incidences of bombing, bomb scare, and all that crap. So there are different OCs from different universities, and even the university administration had to come out and write official letters telling students not to carry their bags at the campus, or in case if you need to take any bag, it should be a small bag that is transparent. But we want to know, what do students carry in their bags? Some of them carry laptops. Now imagine a situation where you have a laptop and it's the gadget you use in your academic venture, and then you are carrying it in hand. Let's assume it rains. Some of these laptops are expensive, the reading materials. You have a pamphlet and you like to go and read at the campus, maybe from your home, from your rental or hostel, and reaching to the campus, maybe you get it also rains and you lose the reading material. Some of the students always use these bags to keep in another cloth, because it may be shining maybe in the morning and let alone afternoon it rains. I'm talking of gauze. I have a friend of mine, he sent me this tweet. Let me please read it. He says, Habibs, I have no problem with bags of gauze, but what they carry in their bags is saying pads, makeup, lipstick. Oh my god. So if you're any girl over there, feel free to hook up on our social media handle. That's UTIS Media All Star Habibs. Please tag me. Tell us, what do really girls carry in their bags at campus? And what do really boys take in their bags to campus? Anything, feel free to talk to us. So we talked about the BSU, we talked about IUEA, we talked about the bags, and even more stories. As long as they come over, we shall let you know what's happening. We are going to have a short breather, but when we come back, we shall be diving into MOOBS. We had a conversation with one of the guild aspirants, that's Rogers Edward Chiega, and he is leaning on UID card, that's Young Uganda Young Democrats. It is a youth wing for Democratic Party. So when we come back, we shall be going there. Don't even break. You're watching The Campus.
My name is Navda Deora, a student at Nico campus. My future dream is to become a lawyer, but due to this pandemic, schools are closed. But Senjera, Skayaya, Sizunga, Belaksi yange, nengenda ku UTC Media, kuliko programu ez'enjawulo ziyamba abavubuka oku brainstorming obwongo bwabwe, bayigirako ebintu by'enjawulo. N'olwekyo namba abazadde bonna eyo gye bali bagule abaana baabwe smartphones ne data basobola okukozesa UTC Media. Osobola gisanga ku Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Okay, we'll be back from that short breather. My name is Star Habibs, aka the Emperor of Showbiz, and you're watching The Campus. The Campus streaming live on UTC Media every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. As I told you, we went to MOOBS, that's Mackay University Business School, and we happened to interview one of the guild candidates in the race. And this is what they had all tell us. You feel free to watch and listen very carefully. Listen very carefully, so that you can get that chance to go on our social media handle and put the conversation live and clear. Straight out from that, I'll be letting you know what we shall have next day. Yes, MOOBS, let's go. Yes, good people, thank you for watching The Campus. My name is Star Habib, live and clear from MOOBS, Khalid, Mackay University Business School. And here with me is a gentleman who's willing to come in as a guild president. So the incoming guild president of MOOBS is already on the set and is going to tell us who he is, what he does, and why is he willing to stand on this epitome of the leadership. My name is Star Habibs, and allow me to welcome this gentleman on the set. Yes. Nice to meet you too. Yes. Oh, wonderful. You're second year and you're willing to stand for the guild president MOOBS. I can really see that in your eyes. And you're ready. You're ready. Just a matter. What gives you the guts and the confidence that you're going to win this race, or maybe the experience, and why are you coming for this race?
Well, the confidence comes from my past experience. challenges we have faced with time and the current situation. You see, we are being tested in the sense that this COVID time is kind of so as we move, we're trying to see how best we can hold the mantle, or what they call, sometimes they say take the bull by the horns, but this time the whole bull.
Oh, thank you for that. I would like to know what's that unique character in you or the unique aspect of leadership you bring to the campus, because we've seen leaders way back when this university started, and that's uniqueness we'd like to hear from you, the voters maybe.
Well, having had or shared past experience with so many leaders in the past region, okay, and the challenges they faced, the achievements they got, it becomes quite interesting in the time that even faced with all these challenges, we need to benchmark from what they have done, how far we have come, the current situation. It gives us a better understanding of where we should be, not just in the next election, but even in the elections after this coming election.
That's wonderful. Now, I would like to know, you say UID, Uganda Young Democrats, is a big chamber or a chain from the national.
It's actually a youth wing that shapes the young generation. Okay, when every time we have a youth wing, sometimes people relate it to violence, chaos and all that, which is different from MOBs. When you talk of the young Democrats,
But there's what you call civic violence.
Civic violence,
Yeah.
or maybe civil disobedience, whichever you want to call it. But now, what makes it different in MOBs is that we shape, we nurture leaders. Okay? When I joined my young year, I knew very little about what leadership exactly means. But when you get in touch with this, it actually seems to be just a political party, it just becomes a family. So as the Uganda Young Democrats, we have been in MOBs for the past about 10 years. And in the past 10 years, we have been able to raise 8 good presidents in a row. Okay? So that alone means something when it comes to MOBs as an institution and in the nature of it.
So are you ready to take that mantle?
Well, if I'm to say the past 8 good presidents, if they were able to win the election, then it's just a continuation of success.
Would you pick me a few of your agenda and maybe I rate with it like 3, 4, 5, and then we see how we round up this.
Well, when you look at the past regimes, the first thing we came to understand that, okay, civil disobedience is very important, okay? More so when it comes to matters that really affect the students, okay? But then, in addition to that, what UID has joined and has come to understand is that tough negotiations, more so on policy, is exactly what takes us forward. So when you talk about issues like tuition, maybe talk about issues like internship, yes, we can always raise our voices to say we demand for these things. But how do you demand? Do you break windows or you sit on a round table and have a negotiation? So the past regimes have taught us that yes, you can have violence, but there are places more so when it comes to policy. Violence is not necessary. Now that's where UID and its leadership and its nature comes in. In that when you start having a conversation maybe with a professor at the council, it's not going to be about names, but the policies, one that benefits the students and one that benefits the institution as well. Because we're only here for 3 years. Why break windows and you're only here for 3 years? You're in third year and you're breaking windows, how about the person coming after you? Okay? So that is where it all comes in. Those who came before us understood that. Okay? And that is exactly what we tend to have to do. And also maybe create more chances for those who are coming after us, because it's not easy with us.
As you pick of your agenda, yes, agenda for where you're running, like 2, 3.
Well, we are already on our way. We are not yet there, but we have already started. We have been sharing issues, and one of the biggest challenges that institutions have faced in this COVID is the issue of the education sector and the students itself. When it comes to issues of internship, we identified that as a very big problem. And by doing that, we have already established partnerships that are providing internship opportunities for students, even amidst this COVID. So if we are able to do that in this COVID, how about when the economy opens? Shall be in position to create more partnerships that can actually yield employment opportunities not just to the students who are full-time, but also part-time jobs for the students.
Right, he's speaking from the business mindset because he's leading a business institution, if, in case you will. But I would like to know, how better are you going to juggle the draconian rules that always come from the administration? And of course, administration is also being influenced by the central government. And of course, your UID, and you also block the other central government. So, what's the trick there?
Well, in every institution, the bureaucracy is okay? And when it comes to not being a business institution, there are always those strong and fundamental principles we hold in management. Okay? However, when you stand up from the crowd and you say you want to lead over 30,000 students, you must be in a position to first understand what are the bureaucracies. In each bureaucracy, who stands to benefit? The student or the administration? As the guild, how can you strike a balance between the administration and the student? You see, sometimes we are meant to believe that you being the guild president must always push towards students. Okay? But we also need to strike a balance between seeing how best we can get value from our tuition without crippling the institution as well. So it all goes down to just not, it's actually beyond just execution of the guild president's mandate, but then it also goes down to character. What's the kind of character of the person? Can that person's character strike a balance between the administration and the student without losing themselves?
Alright, you've heard it from the guild, and maybe your last remarks for the viewers and the voters.
So, well, my last remarks are there is more to life than just the academic world here. Okay? And as MOOCs, or as the leadership in MOOCs, we are trying to identify that the students in MOOCs have to always think beyond the university world. So the only way you can promote such an ideology of thinking beyond the university world is actually if you have a top student leader who thinks also beyond the university world. Other than always pointing out the challenges of the institution, are you the type that is going to provide probable solutions to these challenges? So I stand to be that person, and I also seek the student support, so that at the end of the day, it's our university. We succeed or fall together. At this time round, I'm asking you to look at success and see how best we can hold it together.
Look into the camera, tell them your name.
Well, I am Chieka Rogers. I'm a student of Bachelor of Studies. Not because I have personal interest in the office itself, okay? It's not just about the office, but the mission and responsibility of the office. And the mission is you, the students. I seek for your support, and I also seek for your support.
Okay, thank you for watching The Campus, and he told you the qualities of a leader. Of course, I heard him talk about the character and being a student of psychology. I know it's of a personality. So if you are willing to go and vote him, please go vote for him if you feel like. But I wish him the best. See you. Shout out to my producer Jack.
Youth Media, the new era.
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 How are you?
I'm okay.
Who are you and which part are you supporting this time round?
My name is Okot Tyrone. I'm in BSA year 1 and I'm a great supporter of UID.
Why UID?
Of course, UID is the best party at our campus here. That's the reason why I said that is because of the number of achievements that we have achieved as a team, UID chapter moves. We have achieved a lot. That's why really I find it that, and I could also advise other students to just also follow me and support UID because it's the best ideal.
Is it leadership or politics? What do you go for?
Actually, we don't base politics. We go for leadership as UID.
Okay, wish you the best.
Thanks.
I
Mr. Chiega Rogers has been there for the students in many ways. Many can testify that during the vaccination, in fact, he was among the first students, to encourage people to go for vaccination. He got his first jab, the first during COVID times. And they advocated for this. And we never knew, by the time they brought it up, we never knew that even the number right now that has come up, has turned up, because of his initiative and the service he has shown to people. People have believed in him and they have come for vaccination because of the issue that is occurring.
Okay, my name is Star Habibs and you're watching The Campus. Right here with me is the in-seat guild president, outgoing what?
Everything.
Everything. But we had moves and here he is. Let him do the introduction.
I even want to be the incoming one, if the constitution would allow. Yeah,
What happened to leaders? Don't want to leave power.
No, not that we don't want to leave power. Me, you know, before I get out, I must have nurtured someone to come and take over. So if that person comes in, we're doing the same thing.
I see the cycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So who are you?
My name is Robinson Ogwang Apunyo. I am a student at Makerere University Business School. Besides that, I'm the guild president by God's grace. And also, I am the outgoing president for Uganda Young Democrats, that is UID, and the outgoing guild president as well. My term has been coupled up with a lot of issues, and we are operating in times that are not normal. So we have had a few challenges. That we know a number of things that we did that are quite important. Yeah.
Okay, would you let us know about some of the success you've achieved as you are the person and maybe the party?
There is no way we can detach ourselves from the party. When you see Robinson, you've seen Uganda Young Democrats, because it's a party that nurtured me for over 5 years now. From 2016 up to date, I have been with this political party. So when you talk about the success of the guild, you can't do away with the Ugandan Democrats. I must say that we have so far had a good number of students doing exams without paying tuition. We gave them ample time for them to do exams without tuition because we understand everyone was affected by COVID-19. So we had to make sure the students do exams regardless of what challenges they had. One other thing is, I must say we have had a number of students doing the vaccine, getting vaccinated, because it was a prerequisite for us to open school, and so we had to make sure a number of them had to get vaccinated. Another thing is, when times were hard, we had to discuss the modalities on how we can continue as a school, and so the guild played a key role in making sure that we continue the semester online with minimum casualties. When I talk about online, someone might think it's official and it's normal for us to have online classes and online exams, but it was quite abnormal for us to have that. But we discussed, and I really must say we have had very minimum challenges when we were doing those online. And secondly, another thing about that very online stuff is we have a number of students who could not do the exams, but now they are going to have opportunity to do the exams. Right? That is how flexible we have been. Another thing is the government students who are in position to negotiate and make sure that the government students receive all their money. And so we have hit the jackpot. They are all being paid at the moment their full amount. However, we are still having questions on why they're receiving less money than others. So after hitting that jackpot, we now have to start now getting ourselves into the engagement of how much we receive in total. We have had a number of issues with the sports department. The sports department, we had tuition waiver that was cancelled. Initially it was 45 and it was cut down to 25, and there were a lot of issues there, but I'm glad to inform them that we have managed to increase the number back to 60, which is past the 45. And then the process of registering for that sports waiver, the tuition waiver for sports students, it is going to be entirely handled by the guild. We are going to be in position to determine who gets it, okay, because it's a benefit to the students. Another thing is the issues of courseworks. We are now going to be doing majority of the courseworks online. And then we have been having discussions on whether the courseworks should be released out. It has always been a challenge, releasing courseworks before you go for finals. And so we were able to hit an agreement that we must have our coursework results before we go in for finals. And truthfully, we are working so hard to make sure that that comes out. And to us as student leaders, when we were coming into power, we knew such times would not be very easy. So we urged the students that we're only going to do things that matter. And the things that matter are only in terms of academics, they're only in terms of their health, they're in terms of their security, they're in terms of their welfare. And so all those areas that you see us focusing on are only around those areas.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. As you are moving out of official office and you said you nurtured someone else, what do you expect of that person to add on what you've done?
Maybe before I even get to that very particular question, on Saturday I'm having what I would want to call the General Assembly. That I will inform the students where we came from and where we are leaving them as the Mazima Guild. That still has Rogers Edward Chiega as part of the guild, who is coming in as the incoming guild, if at all they choose to see that he's the right person to be voted for. So I could say some of these successes shall be more talked about on Saturday when we have the General Assembly, and it's going to be online. But about Rogers, I've worked with Rogers from 2016 up to today. And we understand, I have been part of discussions, seeing students discussing some propaganda about this brother of mine. But I want to believe that he is actually a better leader than I am. Rogers Edward is a better leader than I am. And so if they think I am bad, they should watch out for that young man. Because first of all, he has been my GRC. I chose to believe in him as my GRC, and he has been my leader. In my campaigns, he was my campaigns manager. And so everything that they saw me doing, the kind of person that I was when I was campaigning, is a complete replica of who he is. And so without doubt, I must say he's a better leader than I am. And mob students should not look at the negative stuff that is coming out. You know, everyone, including you and I, we have things that people say about us. But that doesn't influence the decisions that our parents do make about us. So Rogers is the right
As
one.
leaders, you always quote, last quote, and you get off the camera.
The last quote that I would give you is, don't let the propaganda that they give you determine your future. There is so much about Chiega Rogers that people should know other than what people are saying. So watch out for it.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back for Mob's interview. Hope you have heard them, the current guild president and the candidate who is aspiring to be. This is The Campus. Thank you for watching. We every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. and Wednesday and Thursday, same time, same station. My name is Star Habibs, and please keep following us. Don't miss tomorrow. We are at Mackay University for their fashion. See you when you see me. All right.